It's Top Chef Tuesday here at Mangia McCann, where I get inspired by watching Top Chef last week. I make something here in the kitchen and I share it with you. If you're looking at me and you watch Top Chef regularly, you know who I am. Chef Dale, right? It's not exactly the same shirt, but he's very buttoned up. He survived Last Chance Kitchen, got back on the show, and this past week they were at Highclere Castle, where they filmed Downton Abbey, and they had to do a picnic. And Chef Dale made something delicious, and I'm going to try it here at home. And it starts with the humble egg. Right, we've all been to picnics and had deviled eggs, and some are good, some are bad. I'm going to try to make this deviled egg as high-end as possible. So, first thing, you have to boil your eggs. The secret to having good hard-boiled eggs is that you put the eggs in the water and you just bring the water to a boil, and then you cover the pot. You cover the pot, you let it sit there for about 9 or 10 minutes. I put it in the ice water to stop the cooking. Stops it immediately. You just let it sit there for a while and you drain them, and then you peel the eggs. Let's talk about flavor enhancers, right? So typically on your deviled egg, you have like vinegar and mayonnaise and a little mustard. I think that's about it, right? And then you put on a little paprika at the end, but we're gonna gussy these suckers up, right? So I'm not gonna use mayonnaise. I'm gonna use a mix of creme fraiche and mascarpone cheese. It's gonna be just as creamy. It's gonna have a much more developed, complex flavor. Toppings. Take some quality bacon here, render it in some duck fat, render them nice and slow so they got a nice little chew. Other things we're going to use to flavor: Dijon mustard instead of your standard yellow mustard, and instead of vinegar, then use a little pickle juice, okay? Just a little, not much. And then, to top it all off, yes, a little caviar, because why not have more eggs when you're having eggs, right? Actually, the first thing I'm going to do is unbutton this. Dale, I don't know how you do it, man, but gotta loosen up, bud. Come on. Instead of paprika, sometimes I put on smoked paprika. Today I'm gonna do something even a little more different. Has a little tangy flavor. Looks like paprika. We'll save that for the end. We'll see if it works, and I'll let you know what it is, okay? You have to be very careful when you're doing deviled eggs because you don't just want to crack it open and rush. You gotta kind of take your time with this process. But little tricks that I do to get the egg cracked is I go on the bottom once, go on the top another time, smash once or twice, okay? And then you just tuck your finger in here and you're gonna feel a little gap, okay? And then you peel around and it should all just come off nice and easy. You won't have any chunks taken out of your egg. Just gently put your finger in through there. That's it. I like to kind of dip them in water just to make sure we get all the shell off. I'm going to continue on with these, start scooping out the yolks and get my other dressing ingredients together. All right, so I put my little handy dandy apron on because rendering bacon starts to get splashed and you don't want to get it over your clothes. Look at that. Perfection. Just take these, dump them in a bowl. That's it. And you just leave these little cups, and eventually we'll have the yolks and all that stuff. They should just roll right out. You don't want to use a spoon because that could tend to crack this very thin part of the egg right here. And now we're going to take creme fraiche, okay? So creme fraiche, it's like sour cream. But it's so good. It's got a nice tang. The mascarpone, a little sweet, straight up cream. Okay, this is a little thicker. I already told you about mustard. I have smoked paprika. I'm gonna bump up the smokiness along with the bacon. And we don't just want the bacon on the top, we want the bacon in there. So, I strained a little of the bacon fat. Put some of that in there. And no pickles, but we are going to take a little pickle juice. Of course, always salt, pepper. Now we're gonna mash it up. So I tasted it, and we can go for more. So, another teaspoon of mustard, and a little extra bacon. Throw our green onion in here. I'm gonna throw in a little sour cream in here. It's just getting that creamy texture. You could also use a high quality mayo, but I'm out of mayo. And that lightened it up very nicely. One last taste. And you just pipe it right in. And once you have that pumped in, we're gonna put on our lovely fixins. I don't know if anyone's ever referred to caviar as fixins before, but Mangia McCann did. Bacon. And for the last little trick, right, we put the paprika in the filling. And I'm gonna sprinkle on something that looks like paprika, but it's not. Sumac. Not just a cool sludge band. It has like a tangy, salty, extra kick, right? Look at that. Is that not good? Do you not want to eat that? I know I do. It's good. It's a shame that it goes that quick. But I have about a dozen more that I'm gonna eat all by myself. See you next week on Top Chef Tuesday, where I get inspired by what I see on Top Chef and make something extremely delicious here at home and put it on my blog at mangiamccann.com, where you can get the recipe, get this recipe, get all the other recipes, get all the other Top Chef Tuesdays. You never know what you're gonna get at Mangia McCann, but you know it's gonna be delicious. All right, ciao.